You want it to be one way.
Man, I don't want to.
The man down, always keep a smile when they want me to frown. The vibes and I stood my ground. They will never ever take my crown. They will never ever take my crown. They will never ever take my crown.
Welcome to Murder House.
American Horror Stories. A new nightmare every week.
I usually wait until the end of the tour.
What's going on, YouTube? We back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Knives YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we are back with another TV show review, and we are back with American Horror Stories, the spinoff, episode 7, Game Over. It's like American Horror Story keep messing with us, bro. Like, we'll get like a couple bad episodes, and then we'll get like a phenomenal episode, similar to that. Was it episode 5 or 4? It was the episode about the woman who put the devil thing under her bed, and she was trying to have a baby or whatnot. That was a really good episode. I love that episode. I love the execution of that episode. But like I said, we get these other episodes where it just seems like you're not getting you're getting these fake outs where you think it's gonna be something, but it's not. Similar to last week's episode, which was pretty much the Pharrell, like Hills Have Eyes and whatnot. It was just a straightforward episode. It wasn't no twists or turns or nothing like that. And to me, like I said, the way that one ended was like they were just trying to get it over with. When this one right here, episode 7, Game Over, to me this it's coming close to being my favorite episode. Close to Bel Air, like I said, the one with the woman was trying to have a baby. That's still my favorite episode, but this one is came very, very close to being my favorite episode, and it still possibly is my favorite episode, man. This episode reminded me of Scream. Not just understand what I'm saying as far as openings. It was like, because when it first opened up, I'm like, oh, here we go, man. We back at Murder House, and they about to do something similar to that. I thought they was about to go this route. And then you start hearing them start talking, and they start saying, like, this is Murder House from the TV show. And I'm like, okay, I see what y'all doing. The reason I say Scream, and to me, I would say more Scream 4. The opening of Scream 4 when they had all the fake outs. This is how this one does. But it does it in a very, very good way, and it does it in a way where you are not looking, you don't have no idea. And to be honest, does this episode kind of make you have questions about not only previous American Horror Stories but other characters? But not only that, the whole American Horror Story universe. Like, to me, it almost put something on there like, hold on, is this what's going on? Like, I'm just saying, this left kind of a question mark to say, what realm are we in? Is this two different universes, or is this the same universe? It's almost like some Marvel type shit. Like, for real though, it kind of throws you for a loop. This episode does, but it does it in a good way. This episode pretty much is about a mother trying to grow a connection with her son, and she has this pretty much obsessive thing going on where she starts to do certain things, and she starts to obsess about getting certain things done or trying to figure out certain things. So she's just all over the place trying to do certain things, and it's driving a wedge between the relationship she has with her son, to the point where her son's like, got to get the hell up out of there, man. Like I said again, this episode starts off pretty much throwing you in a loop. And you're like, hold on, what we doing? It's a fake out. And it's like, oh, okay. I love the way they do this at the beginning of this episode. But when we get into the main thing, or what you think is the main thing, it's really about this mother and her son. But this mother pretty much going all type of routes trying to please her son, because her son is a huge American Horror Story fan. He's a huge American Horror Story fan of the show, and she's trying to create a video game based off the show. And I'm like, this is a good premise. I'm really loving this, man. The thing I really enjoy about this is, shout out to Freddy Krueger, Wes Craven. Wes Craven has done things like this, similar to Wes Craven's New Nightmare, where he pretty much gave the audience, like, he had the cast pretty much coming in a movie within a movie. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he was pretty much doing a movie within a movie, pretty much like what Scream did. And the reason I made these Scream comparisons is because in Scream 2 particular, even in the other Screams, you have them doing the stab movies. You know, like they little a movie within a movie. And how they doing it, like the beginning of Scream 2, and you had them doing stab, which was supposed to be based off the first Scream. Kind of what they doing with this, where they're doing a story where American Horror Story is a universe where they're having people who acknowledge that it's a TV show, so it's almost a TV show within a TV show. You understand what I'm saying? It sounds confusing. Well, I'm making it sound confusing, but it's not that confusing. But it made this episode so much more better, man. Even we get like the very beginning, it's like you get these host of killers that's been throughout the American Horror Story. You got Bloody Face. You get like like I said, I'm doing this on Saturday. This episode came out Thursday. I'm hoping I'm not spoiling anything. You should have seen this already, but I'm just telling you a couple things. You get this almost like some Freddy versus Jason. Not like that, but I'm just saying we get a whole conglomerate of these killers that's been on American Horror Story. Like I said, you got Bloody Face. You got the clown. I forgot his name. You got the clown. I think Smiley. I think Smiley or something. I think that's his name. You got the man in leather, of course, Rubber Man. But you got everybody. One thing about this, though, I want to say something about as far as when we do go back to Murder House. They did bring one character back from season 1, and that's the husband. I can't remember his name, but it's the husband that was cheating on his wife in the first season of American Horror Story, Murder House. I'm like, where's the other people? We're taking them in. Where's his daughter? Where's his wife? Where's all these other people that's been in this house that we have seen over the years, especially in the first season of Murder House? And like, where's all these people there? Like, we get some familiar faces from the first season of Murder House, 2 in particular. But I was kind of asking those questions because most of the people they brought back was people that was in like this first episode of this spinoff series. But Rubber Man is always gonna be there. Rubber Man ain't going nowhere, man. But we get some familiar faces from people who have been in the first 2 episodes of the spinoff series American Horror Stories. You know, Rubber Woman. We get some familiar faces from that episode in this episode too. So it's just like a whole bunch of, they already throwing in people from the spinoff and from the original series. They already got some of these people in here, and that's what really made me enjoy the episode too. But not only that, it was the execution of the episode. By the time we get through everything that's going on, because like I said, they already pretty much had that thing going on. You die in Murder House, your ass got to stay there. But they did a thing where they pretty much are trying to destroy the whole curse or whatnot. And certain people, because certain ghosts in Murder House, they don't want to be there no more. And you got certain ghosts that want to stay in Murder House forever. Pretty much, though, the way this episode ends, it's like, whoa, they threw you for another loop. And I'm like, okay, I really like that. Like, damn, I was not expecting that at all. I did not see that coming. And I just wish we could get more episodes like this. I really enjoyed this episode. It wasn't scary by a long shot, but I'm going to just go ahead and say it, man. I think Ryan Murphy is just not in the tradition of making, like, just scary. You know what I'm saying, as far as James Wan. Think of, like, Insidious style, The Conjuring. And I'm not talking about haunted house movies. I'm talking about just scare you, like, terrify your ass. Like, you sitting there watching this, like, oh, shit, oh, shit. Don't get me wrong. He has had moments where he's been able to do that. As far as Ryan Murphy and what he does with his American Horror Story franchise, but it's just not horror. You know if you understand what I'm saying, you know what I mean, man. Like I said, I'm giving examples like Insidious, The Conjuring, even something like a Paranormal Activity. I'm just saying it's that sense of horror, urgency, the intensity. That's what I'm saying. It just seems like we don't get these in his particular form of horror in the way he does it. It is still horror, and I still enjoy it for what it is. I do. That's why I'm watching these now. But it's like, it's 2 particular episodes in this spinoff that has been really good. Like, that's got kind of away from the tradition of American Horror Story. But the rest of them has been the same similar formula. If they haven't been the same similar formula, it's been like that run-of-the-mill horror movie, but it's like only 40 minutes. It's pretty much what this is, like these episodes have been. In particular, the Santa Claus episode was like a straightforward slash, so like boom, 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 we out of here. The last one, like the Hills Have Eyes, the Pharrell episode 6, where it was Hills Have Eyes / Wrong Turn. That was a straightforward one, man. But with this one, like this one, and the one was almost like not the Exodus, but it was like where the I keep getting confused, but it's the one episode where the woman puts the doll under her bed. Well, not the doll, but put the devil statue under her bed, and the statue keep growing and growing, and then you get that nice little twist at the end. That's what I'm talking about. With this one, it's not so much as a twist, but it's throwing you for a loop and making the audience keep guessing, like, where are we going with this? That's what I really enjoyed with this, man. I'm pretty much at the point where I'm not going to get no horror like that from Ryan Murphy in this type of show. But what I can say is I really enjoy what he's bringing as far as the spinoff go. And I'm really enjoying what he's doing with this. I just want more episodes like this. I'm hoping, I don't know how many episodes we got left, but I'm hoping there's more episodes like this, man. I really enjoyed this. I got to look it up, man, because Ryan Murphy doesn't really stick to a formula of certain episodes, because like these last couple of American Horror Story seasons have been like 10 or 9 episodes, right? Or maybe 11, I don't know, but I don't think they've been no more than 10 episodes. Y'all let me know in the comment section, man. But I really enjoyed episode 7, Game Over of American Horror Stories. My bad, y'all, man. I gotta make sure my voice didn't go out while I was doing this, man, because it looked like it might have went out a little bit, and I'm gonna be sounding crazy. I'm gonna have to see, man. But excuse me any technical difficulties. Like I said, man, my thing. But anyway, man, I really did enjoy this episode, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section, how did y'all feel about this episode? Was it one that y'all really enjoyed, man? I think Ryan Murphy really has something good on his hands. I would say I don't know how the rest of the season 1 gonna be, but I would say going into season 2, as far as this spinoff with American Horror Stories, I hope he stays in this route of making stories like this. Not the same story, but just throwing us for a loop. Not letting us understand what's going on, just keep us guessing. I know he ain't got the short amount of time, but I really enjoyed this, man, and I would really love to see more storytelling like this. And I'm gonna just say it again, can we get some more horror? I just want a little bit more horror, man. I always want to be sitting up there like, what is that? What is that back there? What is that? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the one thing I will say about Murder House is we do kind of get those tropes in there, especially with all the different ghosts and type of people they got in there. But I really did enjoy this episode, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section, how did y'all feel about American Horror Story episode 7, Game Over? Did y'all enjoy it? Was y'all enjoying these episodes here? Do y'all really like this spinoff? I'm enjoying this spinoff for what it is. Y'all let me know in the comment section, man. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. This is the road to 300 subs, man. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so let you know when I upload new videos, man. We out.
This one has some real issues, but it is no less deserving of love.